Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a shift that I guarantee will define the winners and losers in retail for the next decade. And it all comes down to the art and the science of merchandising. Now, this isn't just some passing trend. For retailers who don't adapt, this is, and I'm not being dramatic here, an existential threat. We're literally moving from a world run on gut instinct to one driven by algorithmic deputies. And for you, as a leader in this space, getting your head around this shift, it's not optional. It's about survival, and frankly, it's about dominating the market. All right, here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll talk about the merchant's art. Then we'll meet your new executive, the AI. We'll look at lessons from other markets, see the revolution happening in the aisles right now, and wrap up with the new leadership playbook for you. All right, first up, the merchant's art. Before we jump into the future, we've got to honor the past. You know, for generations, the success of your entire company has been balanced on the shoulders of these people. They've been the artists, the analysts, the voice of the customer, all rolled into one. They made the big calls on product, on price, on how everything looked. Let's be honest, their success was your success. And wow, look at the difference here. The old way, it was all about gut feel, seasonal calendars, and tons of manual analysis. The new way, it's real-time data, constant micro-experiments, and autonomous execution. The balance of power is absolutely shifting big time, from art to pure science. Okay, section 2. This is where we meet the new player in the C-suite, your AI merchandising manager. Now, I need to be super clear about this. This is not just another fancy dashboard or analytics tool. We're talking about a digital team member, an agent that operates on its own to manage the profitability of an entire product category. Think about it, your entire denim business or your whole sneaker line. It's not an assistant for your merchant. In a lot of ways, it is the new merchant. So how does this thing actually work? Well, it's in a constant loop of learning. First, it just drinks from a fire hose of data. Competitor pricing, social media chatter, weather patterns, you name it. Then, it runs thousands, and I mean thousands of tiny experiments with pricing and inventory. And here's the kicker. It executes on its own and refines its strategy in real time. We're talking second-by-second adjustments. And this right here is the absolute game changer. The leap isn't from bad decisions to good ones. It's the leap from decision support, giving a human a report, to autonomous decision making. This is what lets your company break free from those slow, human-led quarterly plans and start operating at the speed of a financial market. It's a whole new ballgame. Okay, moving on. I know what you might be thinking. This sounds like something straight out of sci-fi, but what if I told you this is already standard practice in other huge industries? I mean, just look at the airlines. For decades, they've been using AI agents for yield management. That's the magic that prices every single seat on a plane differently to squeeze out every last drop of profit. Or think about energy markets. They have autonomous agents trading electricity on the grid, reacting to demand changes literally minute by minute. You see, in those businesses, giving this much control to an AI isn't considered a risk. It's a requirement. It's the only way they can handle that kind of speed and complexity and still be profitable. And that exact same pressure, that's what's hitting retail right now. All right, so we know it works elsewhere. Let's get to the good stuff, the revolution that's already happening in the aisles. The proof is in the profits. And the proof is everywhere you look. Kroger's got smart shelves, changing prices on the fly. Fresh Market is using AI to figure out the perfect product mix for each specific store. You know that personalized offer you get from Starbucks? That's their Deep Brew AI working to get you to spend more. And get this, Walmart is even using AI to negotiate with its suppliers. The point is, this isn't theoretical. It's delivering real, bottom-line results today. Okay, let's talk numbers. Take a look at the footwear retailer FLO. They brought in an AI demand planning engine. Their product availability, basically having the right shoe in the right store at the right time, jumped from a pretty good 71% to a mind-blowing 94%. That is a 23 percentage point jump. That's not just an improvement, that's a transformation that goes straight to your bottom line. And what happens when you have the right product in stock? Well, your out-of-stock incidents just evaporate. Flow saw them plummet from 15% all the way down to 3%. That's an 80% drop in sorry we don't have your size, an 80% reduction in lost sales. This chart just says it all, doesn't it? A jump like that isn't a small tweak. It's a fundamental change in how the business operates. For any CEO, a result like this isn't just nice to have. It's the kind of thing that can literally make or break your entire year. And hey, this isn't just a story for smaller retailers finding an edge. We're talking about the giants too. Even Amazon. Amazon improved its demand forecasting accuracy by 20% on millions of items with their latest AI model. If they can get a 20% lift, imagine what's possible for everyone else. And let's go back to that Walmart example for a second, because it's wild. They have an AI chatbot negotiating with thousands of suppliers. Deals that used to take weeks of back and forth emails are now done in a couple of days. And it delivers real savings because, unlike a human, the algorithm has perfect, instant recall of every piece of market data. The AI dealmaker is here, folks, and these systems are only getting smarter. So, okay, the machines are handling the tactics at a level we've never seen before. What does that mean for your people? What about the merchants whose gut instincts literally built your company from the ground up? This whole transformation really boils down to one critical question. And it's a question that every single retail CEO needs to be asking themselves right now. What is the merchant's new job? And I think the answer is going to surprise you. Look, their job doesn't disappear. It elevates. It gets bigger. They stop being tactical in-the-weeds decision makers and become high-level strategists. Think of them as portfolio managers. They're overseeing a team of AI agents, they're setting the goals, defining the rules of engagement, the guardrails. They get to focus on the big picture, the why, while their digital team handles the micro executions. They're not just merchants anymore, they're true leaders. And that brings it all back to you, the CEO. Your challenge is crystal clear. You have to lead the cultural shift. You have to reframe this entire thing, not as replacement, but as empowerment. The goal here is a powerful partnership, your team's invaluable human experience combined with the machine's incredible efficiency. You aren't replacing your best people, you're giving them superpowers. And believe me, the time to start this transition was yesterday. So let's wrap this up. The biggest takeaway here is simple. This isn't some fuzzy forecast about the future. This is happening right now. The companies that embrace this new human-machine partnership are going to consistently and dramatically outperform the ones that don't. The guesswork is over. The era of the autonomous digital merchant has officially begun, and it will define the next generation of retail leadership. So the only real question left for you is, which side are you going to be on?